Hey, I'm your host, Jen Wheeler, and this is the Healthy Her podcast. I'm a teacher, author, and foodie who went from being addicted to sugar, skipping meals, and struggling to get in control of my eating, to someone who is 10 kilos down, eats all the yummy foods without restriction, and is finally in control of my hunger. I'm obsessed with helping other health-conscious women ditch the confusion and overwhelm so they can cultivate healthy eating habits and truly thrive. The Healthy Her podcast was created to give you real talk about healthy eating, as well as easy, actionable tips that fit seamlessly into your busy lifestyle. I'm not just your host. Think of me as your healthy eating hype gal, your personal cheerleader as we chat all things healthy eating, weight loss, and mindset mastery, so you can become the healthiest, happiest version of you. So if you're ready to ditch the guilt, reclaim your confidence, and unlock the very best version of you, then you're in the right place. So let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Healthy Her podcast. Today's podcast topic is all about how to stay consistent during the busy months without the guilt or pressure. Now, this is something that comes up a lot with the women that I work with in the Healthy Eating Hype Gal membership, in my DMs, in my conversations, on my TikTok. It always comes up. And it's that as women, we eat well for a set amount of time. It could be a day, it could be 2 days, it could be a week. You might be really good and can get like 2 or 3 weeks out of your perfect days of healthy eating and exercise. And then the second that we hit a busy period or busy seasons, everything falls apart. And I get the same message. It's, oh, Jen, I'm really good for a while. And then I just can't seem to stick to it. I can't seem to be consistent and I just can't seem to get to my end goal. And we are approaching very rapidly one of the busiest seasons of the entire year. So there is going to be a lot of added pressure, a lot of added expectations and things on you. And unfortunately, and I've learned this from my own experience, but when life gets hectic, the first thing to go is us taking care of ourselves. Always. It always is. The gym workout is the first thing to drop. The meal prep is the first thing to drop. The walks after work are the first things to drop. And unfortunately, when we start doing that, it actually increases the stress when we've already got so much pressure and stress on us anyway. So maintaining your health, your wellness, your healthy habits during these really busy seasons and busy months is actually really, really important because it will help you to stay on top of the stress. It will help you to stay in control. You will sleep better. There are so many knock-on effects of you taking care of yourself during these busy months instead of just going, oh, well, it doesn't matter and I'll deal with it in the new year. So today is all about giving you all of my top tips. Now, remember, I've tried lots of things. I've tried all the things, all the good things, all the bad things, and I've definitely narrowed it down to some things that really help me to stay on track with most of my healthy habits. Now, please be clear on this. I didn't say perfectly do everything until the end of the year. That is not what this is about. It's about you maintaining a level of non-negotiables so that you're not burnt out, so that you're not completely exhausted, so that you don't feel like absolute rubbish when the end of the year rolls around. So all of these tips are to help you to continue to show up for yourself when life is super, super busy and it is super, super hectic. And like I said, we are coming into that time of the year and I don't know why, and I can't, actually, I do know why. That's not true. But for women, this time of the year, that sort of November and December, my stress levels, and I'm sure that you can relate to this, they literally times 1,000 with extra school events, like gifting, end of year business stuff. Like it's just the workload, the pressure, and the stress level just times 1,000 at this time of the year. And you just literally feel like you're crawling to that Christmas finish line. So we want to make sure that you're hitting that Christmas finish line, feeling good, feeling well rested, and not feeling like you've had a big blowout towards the end of the year. Now, before I jump into these top tips, it is really, really important that you understand why you keep falling off track during these busy periods. Okay. Because I remember thinking I'd eat really well for a few days and then something would come up, I'd have like a really few busy days and then everything just went out the window. Like the healthy eating, the meal prep, the exercise, it all just went out the window. And I used to get stuck in this cycle of, well, I'm weak. I'm a failure. What is wrong with me? Like, why can't I stick to this? And I'd sit in that horrible place where I know that you've all been into, where you sit there and you beat yourself up and then you feel crap for a few days and you eat a lot of chocolate and chips and things that you shouldn't. And then you go, okay, all right, like I've wallowed in my sadness of myself and then I'm going to start again next week. I'm going to start again on Monday. I'm going to start again in a month after this. And we get stuck in this cycle. And it is because of this. It is because as women, we associate healthy eating as perfect eating. Okay, that is what we have been taught, we have learned through the media, through advertising, that in order to be healthy, in order to lose weight, that we have to do it perfectly. Otherwise, it's no good. Any effort that you do with exercise, with meal prep, with making a healthy meal, with making a better healthy choice, choosing a better takeaway, all of those things we have been taught mean nothing unless we can do it perfectly. And that is why we get stuck in this dieting cycle where we're good for a while, something comes up, life gets busy, we hit a busy period in our life, and then we just quit. It's because our brains have been taught that to eat healthy, we have to eat perfectly. And I am here to tell you that it's not true. You do not have to eat perfectly to lose weight or to either maintain your weight or to feel good. Okay. I've lost 10 kilos and I've been able to maintain it by not eating perfectly. Truthfully, like I do not eat perfectly. I have learned how to do both. Okay. So it's not this all or nothing. It's not I do everything perfectly or I do nothing at all. I've learned to do both. And it's something that I really, really wish more women understood is this do both mentality. It's not this I eat perfectly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and have nothing and eat so perfectly and have no treats and do everything perfectly and then eat everything on the weekend. You can do both. So you can go for a walk and have a burger. You can hit the gym and also like have some Tim Tams after dinner. Like you get to do both because the problem is that with this all or nothing restrictive mindset that we get stuck in, it's not sustainable. No one can eat perfectly consistently for life. It's just not possible. So it's really, really important that you understand that you don't have to eat perfect to eat healthy. Okay. So I want you to get that out of your head right now. Like as we head into these busy months, I want you to remember this voice in your head that's saying, hang on a second, Jen said, I don't have to eat perfectly. I just get to do both. Okay. So if you've gone out or you've had a social event one night, instead of going, oh, I've undone all my hard work now and I've eaten all this stuff at this party and oh, well, I'll just start again later on. The next morning that you wake up, go for a walk and make yourself a healthy breakfast because you get to do both. Okay. It's just two words and it can be life changing if you keep it in your head and keep reminding yourself, do both. I get to do both. Okay, so let's jump into some of my top tips that have really worked for me to stay on top of my healthy eating and my wellness during these busy periods. And as well too, like I said, you don't want to have a really huge blowout and like your pants feel super tight when January rolls around. And that is something that I'm really, really passionate about teaching women is that you can have a body that you love and that you feel good in all year round. Literally all year round. You don't have to have a winter body and a summer body and a pre-holiday body and a post-holiday body. And you can literally just have a body that you like, you enjoy, you feel good in all year round. But it's learning how to ditch that perfect mindset of eating and learning how to do it in a balanced way. Okay. So you still eat well, you still look after yourself, but you enjoy a burger. You also have a wine with your friends. You also enjoy some chocolate on the couch and watch some Netflix. It's all about doing both. Okay. Tip number one, and this is a biggie. And the problem I find with a lot of these kind of tips and suggestions is that, and I'm so guilty of this too, like honestly, hand on heart, really guilty of this as well too, is that the stuff that actually works gets no attention. Okay. And what I mean by that is like I'll be scrolling Instagram or social media or whatever it is, and there's posts that'll come up and there's someone talking about what's working for them when they're busy or like weight loss tips and things like that. And the stuff that actually works, people don't pay attention to. I'm like, wow, this is really good. I love the way that she's explained that. This is so, so super helpful. Like, I bet heaps of women are getting a ton of value from this. And then you look at the likes and the comments, and there's like hardly anything. And I get it because I was the same. I would scroll past the stuff that actually worked. And what I would focus on is the post that had, I've lost 4 kilos in 4 weeks and I feel amazing. That's the stuff I paid attention to. Okay, and I'm sure you're the same. I paid attention to the wrong stuff. So when you're listening to this, don't brush it off. Don't just go, oh, that just sounds too simple. I promise you, it is the simple stuff done repeatedly over time is what works. Okay. It's not the 4 kilos in 4 weeks. It's the focusing on your healthy habits and the simple things that actually work. Okay. Tip number one of how you're going to stay consistent. And remember, stay consistent, not perfect. How you're going to stay consistent during busy months. So it could be it's these months that we're talking about in particular, but this can apply at any time throughout the year without the guilt and pressure. Number one, plan ahead. Just plan ahead. Plan your meals ahead. Now, even if it's just a little, if you're going, but Jenna, that doesn't make sense. Like, I'm busy. I don't have time. How do I have time to plan my meals? Just do it a little bit. Like, it could literally be, and this is, again, you guys know I don't hold anything back, being completely honest with you. Some weeks for me, all it is planning my family dinners. That's it. It's like, right, what are we going to eat for dinner this week? Monday to Friday, I'm going to plan it out and make sure that I've got what I need. That's literally me planning ahead. Other weeks, it might be more than that. It might be planning the family dinners. It might be making up like a spaghetti mince and keeping that in the freezer for those nights when I need something like a quick meal to throw together. It might be doing a high protein, healthy breakfast meal prep, and I'll use the Real Nourish meal prep mixes. Sometimes it can be all that. And other times, like I said, it's literally just planning out my family dinners on a scribbly piece of paper because that's all I've got time for. But planning ahead works. It just does. And again, this is the hard thing with this healthy eating and wellness space is that's not sexy. It doesn't sell and it's not sexy. And that's why no one's telling you this stuff because plan ahead. No one goes, "Woo, I want to jump on and lose weight and look after myself." People don't get attracted to this kind of stuff because it sounds too simple. It's not. It works. Trust me. It works. It works for me. It's worked for me to maintain my weight loss. It works for my Healthy Eating Hype Gal members in our community. Like, there is always, literally multiple times a week, a post about, wow, like planning ahead and planning my dinners is a game changer. Wow, planning or doing some meal prep and being organized. Wow, what a game changer. I found it so easy to stick to my healthy eating this week. Planning ahead works. So just do it in some capacity, whatever you can manage, but just do some sort of planning ahead. And I promise you, it's one of those things that your future self will thank you for it. You will go, "Ugh, I'm so tired and I really can't be bothered like spending 10 minutes meal prepping my breakfast for tomorrow." In the morning, when you are feeling tired and you've got another day at work and the kids are driving you nuts and you've got a meal prep breakfast ready to go in the fridge, it's the best feeling ever. It's like a little moment of self-care to yourself because you've thought about what you needed, you've planned ahead, and you've been prepared. And that is what makes eating healthy consistently. Okay, it's not willpower, it's not discipline, it's not you having more staying power and trying harder and being more motivated. It's none of those things. It's about you being organized and planning ahead. Okay, tip number 2, keep healthy staples on hand. I've talked about this before on the podcast, but and I know that you can probably relate to this as well too. We are lazy. Our brains are lazy. We as humans are lazy. And so what we do is like you think when you open the fridge or you open the pantry, whatever is at your eye level is what you are going to reach for first.
I've lost 15.7 kilos now, all while juggling busy life. I'm a working mum. I have perimenopause and have chronic illnesses, and it's just so easy with the Hype Gal membership.
So have a think about your fridge and pantry at home. What is at eye level? Is it like fruits and vegetables and healthy snacks and like in your pantry? What's at eye level? Is it chips, chocolate, and lollies? Because basically, if you leave that stuff there, you are setting yourself up for success. Because I'm telling you, at the end of a long day, when you come home and you open your fridge and pantry, and that is what is staring you in the eyes, that is what you're going to reach for every single time. So we want to do little things that set ourselves up for success, like rather than putting those things right in our eye level. We're tired, we're just going to grab them rather than like making things harder for ourselves when they don't need to be. So keep healthy staples on hand. So like I said, have a think about, like, after you've listened to this podcast, go and have a look, go, right, okay, what's at my eye level? What can I move? What can I change? Just put it on the lower shelf. You don't have to hide it. You don't need to hide food. Just put it somewhere so it's not right at that eye level. What else can you do? Can you cut up some fruit and vegetables? It is insane, like I said, how lazy we are and how lazy our brains are. And you know what? I'm this girl too. Like, I'm just like you. Like, if it's so bad, it's like if you open your fridge and there's cut up watermelon or some cut up cucumber and carrots, literally eat that straight away because it's there, because I don't have to think about it. I don't have to peel it. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to do anything with it. So make things easy for yourself. Always have some cut up fruit and veg in maybe some hummus or some dip and have that cut up in your fridge ready to go. So whenever you've got the munchies or you feel like something, you've got a healthy snack to grab. Another one too that's really good to keep in your fridge during these busy seasons is pre-cooked protein. So when you go to the supermarket or the grocery store and you can get, like in the deli section, you've got like this like pre-cooked, like there's chicken, there's turkey, there's roast beef, like whatever you fancy, whatever you like, keep some of that in your fridge because it is amazing the many, many, many different lunches, dinners, meals, and things that you can make just by having that like pre-cooked protein, the chicken. You can also get pulled pork. I know you can use that for so many things, but having that in your fridge also too, it's going to cut down your cook time. So it's going to just make it really super quick and easy for you to throw a quick lunch or dinner together. Keep those things in your fridge because they will save you time. It'll make it easy in those moments where you're standing there at the fridge going, oh my God, what am I going to feed my family tonight? Or what am I going to have for lunch? I'm just exhausted. And you open it, you go, right, okay, well, I've got that chicken. I'll use that. I can add it to a wrap, to a stir fry, to a pasta. Like, there's so many things that you can make just using that pre-cooked protein as a base. Another one too, a hot chicken. Like, go to like Red Rooster or anywhere and just get or your local supermarket and get a whole cooked chicken. Use that, keep it in the fridge because again, they are so good just to add to wraps, nourish bowls, lunch boxes, sandwiches, dinners, pastas. Like, there's so many things that you can make from it. Another one too, which I have been keeping on hand in my fridge, is the pre-made protein shakes. Now, just we're talking about lazy girls and all that kind of thing. It's actually, it is lazy, but it's also just busyness. Let's be honest. It's not that we're always lazy. It's just that we're super goddamn busy. And for me, I'm sometimes in my day that busy that I do not have time to pull out a blender, add some ice, add some Happy Whey protein powder, and blitz up my smoothie. Like, that's full disclosure, full honesty. That's how hectic some of my days are. So for me, having a couple of those pre-made protein shakes in my fridge, I can just grab them and it always means that I'm getting enough protein in my day. So don't be afraid to kind of keep those kind of things and those healthy staples on hand just to make it easier for you during these busy months. I remember I went through a period of time where I used to think that everything around healthy eating had to be made from scratch and all had to be perfect and cooked fresh and all these kind of things. It doesn't at all. And you can keep those things in the fridge to make your life easier. It's not cheating, it's smart. So make sure that you keep those healthy staples on hand for you. And this one links in nicely to number 3, and that is use shortcuts, no guilt. Okay, like I said, I went through that thing where I'm like, oh, but I didn't make that jam and I haven't cooked that pasta sauce. And sorry, but us busy gals do not have time to make everything from scratch. So use the shortcuts and do not feel guilty for it. Gosh, there's some rubbish out there on social media. Like, I still see posts about how using a bag of frozen vegetables is bad for you. And it's not at all. Frozen vegetables are there for a reason to make busy women's lives easier, like you and me. So do not be afraid to use frozen vegetables or like dinner kits or salad mixes or those kind of things. That's what they're there for. They're there to save you time. They're there as a shortcut. They're there to make things easier and more convenient for you. So use them and just don't feel guilty for them. Another one I'm loving, and a lot of our members in our Hype Gal community have been sharing these too, is Aldi does these like dinner kits. And they're great. There's a pesto chicken one, there's a Mexican one, there's also one that's like a full, like a roast chicken with vegetables. So you literally just peel the plastic off the top and throw it in the oven. Those things are really, really good time savers. And like I said, I will always keep a dinner kit. I will keep you foods meals. I will keep all sorts of things like that in my freezer because sometimes I don't have time to cook. I don't have time to eat a healthy lunch. So I will use and rely on shortcuts a lot more during those busier months because they save me so much time and they make showing up for myself, they make eating healthy consistently just that little bit easier to do. So please don't be afraid to use shortcuts and please, please, please do not, whatever you do not feel guilty for using those food shortcuts because that is what they are there for and they are just as healthy as having to do everything yourself. So make sure that you access them and that you use them. Okay, tip number 4, set yourself a mini goal. Okay, so we really want to start breaking you out of this all or nothing perfectionist mindset about the way that you eat and the way that you exercise. So set yourself a mini goal. So, what I mean by that, instead of saying, oh, like, I'm going to eat really good until Christmas, and like, what's that? I'm going to eat really good until Christmas. What is that telling your brain? That is telling your brain that I'm going to eat really good till Christmas and then I'm going to have a blowout over Christmas and New Year. I'm going to feel like rubbish and then I'm going to have to go back and diet in January. Not a good place to be. You want to be the girl that heads into Christmas, enjoys Christmas mindfully. There's no weight gain, there's no blowout, you don't feel really bad about yourself, and you just get back into your healthy habits at the start of January after the holiday period. That's what you want. So set yourself a mini goal. Don't say things like, I'm going to eat really good until Christmas, or I'm going to try and be really good until Christmas, and I'm going to cut out sugar until Christmas. I'm going to not eat carbs until the end of the year. All of those things will set yourself up for failure. Okay. Try something like this. So try saying, I'm going to eat a high protein breakfast and go to the gym 3 times a week. Can you see the difference? It's specific, it's achievable, it's something that you can actually do that is going to make a difference in how you feel, how you eat, because the protein will keep you full. So try and stay away from setting yourself end of year targets and goals that are just, well, I'm going to eat good, or I'm going to cut all this stuff out, or if I don't eat this, then that'll make up for what I eat over like the Christmas New Year period, because I promise you, it doesn't work like that. That is not how weight loss works. It is not how a calorie deficit works, and you're just setting yourself up for failure. So just set yourself a little mini goal. And for me, and I have done a full podcast episode about non-negotiables. Like during these busy months, I have non-negotiables. Like it's got to be some movement, a healthy breakfast, drink my water. Like just try and stick to those mini goals or your non-negotiables that you can do and that you can achieve. And my last tip, and I think that this one's probably one of the most important. This is tip number 5. Give yourself permission to enjoy. This time of the year is the best time of the year because it's meant to be fun. The food is delicious and fun and different, and it's a special time of the year because you can only eat those things and those foods are only generally available at this time of the year. Let social events and treats happen. So just let them happen and enjoy them. But again, like I said, get out of this all or nothing mindset and do both. So enjoy your dessert, go for a walk, okay? Go to a social event, but have a high protein breakfast the next day. Like just get in this mindset of do both. Just do both. Like I really, really want you to remember that. And if it helps you, put it on a sticky note and stick it on your fridge or in your like bedroom or your study or wherever you walk past all the time, just as a reminder that you get to do both and that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. The other tip too, this is still the same tip, but kind of part of number 1 about giving yourself permission to enjoy things, is just be flexible. It's not about you being perfect. Okay. You do not have to be perfect. Just be flexible. Go with plan B. So today I was going to hit the gym. I was going to meal prep. I was going to do this. But all this stuff came up, end of year things, work. I had commitments for the kids' sport. I had this on. But you know what? I get a choice. I'm going to be flexible and I'm going to do my plan B instead, which was I'm going to go to bed early and I'm going to get up early for the gym because I'm really tired from today. Or instead of going to my hour Pilates class, I'm just going to go for a 20-minute walk around the neighborhood. There's always a plan B. And as I've talked about before, sometimes there's a C, D, E, F, and even G some days. And I know you get me on that one. Like some days are just ridiculously crazy. But it's okay that it's not your plan A. Something is always better than nothing. Always. Always, always, always. It's a common thing that comes up with women that I talk to and through our masterclasses and coaching calls in the membership. And it's like, but Jen, I didn't do this. But Jen, I wanted to do this and I didn't do that. It's like, that's not what matters. Okay. It's not what matters that, oh, but I wanted to do this and so I didn't do it because I couldn't do it. It's about, well, I couldn't do this, but this is what I did instead. That is what it's about. It's about shifting your mindset and being okay and being flexible and just going with plan B, C, D, E, F, or G if you have to, because it still means that in some capacity, even though it's not the perfect plan that you had in mind, that in some way you are still showing up and taking care of yourself. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. That's what's going to get you to your end goal. And that's what's going to make you feel good. And just before I wrap up today's podcast, just a reminder, consistency does not mean perfection. Consistency isn't perfection. So those two words don't go together. Consistency is not perfect. Okay. Consistency is showing up and doing something repeatedly. Okay. It's not doing it perfectly. It's doing it repeatedly. And it also means having the tools in place so that you can enjoy these busy months, but not have to start at square one come January. And that's the best feeling ever. Like, I've been doing this for a while now, and it is still not lost on me. It still never gets old that after Easter, after Christmas, after a holiday, after time off, whatever it is, that I still have that feeling where I'll be like, oh, okay, still feel good, still looking good, still like myself, still, and I don't have to change anything, I feel good, and I'll just get back into my normal healthy habits. Like, I'm not having to make these drastic changes or cut sugar or eat less and go hungry and all these crazy things. I just get back into it. And I promise you, when you get to that point and you get that food freedom and you're finally getting stuck out of this all or nothing yo-yo dieting, it is the best feeling ever. And I promise you, once you get there, you'll never, ever want to go back. If you want to learn my exact methods, you can jump in and join the Healthy Eating Hype Gal membership. Within 7 days of joining, you will have complete clarity on exactly where you have been going wrong and exactly what you need to do and what to eat in order for lasting success. So I will teach you all of my ways. You'll get access to all of my methods. And the best thing is you will never have to diet again. You'll have complete food freedom and you'll know exactly how to eat for life. And as someone who's been through it and lost the weight and kept it off, it's what everyone wants. It's just to have that feeling of food not controlling us anymore. Hope all of these tips have helped, and I hope they help you stay sane during these busy months. Thank you so much for listening to The Healthy Her, and I'll see you all in our next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to another empowering episode of the Healthy Her podcast. If you enjoyed today's chat and found it helpful, hitting that follow or subscribe button would be amazing because your support means the world to me. Come connect with me on Instagram @TheActiveBod for your daily dose of inspiration and for loads of new easy meal ideas. Take care and keep thriving. See you next week.